Okay, so we have SIDU on watch. Eee, this one's not looking the best. Very light on volume, but the daily high is literally right there, so it could break. It's just in the watch in the background, but SDIG is another one we had on watch, but it has a huge gap to fill in as daily here. Um, I don't know. It's pulling back right now, and that's why I'm kind of just I don't really care for it. I haven't drawn any trend lines. I've been watching it though. I've been watching all these stocks, TBLT as well. I just haven't been drawing any trend lines on them or anything. So that's what I'm doing now. Um, and TBLT. TBLT is another one, which this one's probably the one that I want to watch. It's making it almost the exact same move as SIDU here, or SDIG, my bad. It's making about the same move, and I'm kind of just like, eh. So here's open. It's another resistance level. I don't even know where to go from here. Once it breaks that, where do I go? So we know in TBLT, this one is very quick. It breaks its highs and then it falls off pretty dramatically. 740 is the low here. We'll put it at 735. And then this one, we'll put this high here. So support at 530 and then high of 734. That's kind of the range that we have here. Do I see a pattern? Not necessarily. I don't see anything in particular. Let's look at the 10-minute horizontals here. 650 is a big level to break, so about the same level here. We do have support along, well, literally where it was, 630. If you really want to get the low here, then it would be 624. So back down here, H and GR is hitting the scans. Not sure what's going on with this one. SDIG. This one's pulling back too much already. I think this one might have the most potential though. Once it hits VWAP, but it would have to recover strong. But I don't know. I'm not really feeling any of these stocks this morning. TKLF. TKLF does not look bad here. I don't know what's going on with this stock. This just hit the scans. It's $2. I need to wait for a pullback on it though. So there is a little sideways consolidation here, but I would need a pullback. I'm not gonna chase it up here. So let's see if I buy a pullback entry on this one at 58 here. I could. Let's see. We'll see what it wants to do in this next 1 minute. If it does want to pull back or if it's going to continue ripping. $63 is holding though. $63 is not breaking. It said it came down to 62 there. I don't believe that. I was watching level 2 the whole time. There's no way. But now I'm getting a little nervous. If it does break this low, I mean, is it going to snap down and then hit a major low? There's a lot of support right there. Could have bought in at 65. I don't care about this one right now, if I'm being honest. Could have got in there, but I don't really care for this one. I was hoping for a break of the low here, but now it's just like false break. I don't know. I'm not feeling this one. Okay, let's go back to TBLT. TBLT selling off. TBLT is about to fill its gap here. Both its 5 and 10 minute are barely going to be setting up on the MACD, so it's going to be a while before we see a move actually happen with these, if we do at all. SDLG. This one's just kind of done. Too bad these are not easy to borrow. And my whole platform just shut down. That's great. That's cool. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my screen for now, I guess. Hold up, let me start this back up. Not sure why my whole program just shut down there. Okay, we're back. Kind of annoying. If it does it again, I swear I'm gonna be pissed. Especially mid trade, I'm gonna be like, bro. And all my trend lines are gone. Cool. I do like that this one made a new low here. I would prefer if it didn't break its high on this candle and hold below 18, but there's a break. Let's see. My next target would be about 30. If I took an entry here, I don't want to say finish so high though. I want to get in on a micro pullback, but like the ask is not moving. It's 17 by 20. It says it hit 15. I didn't even see 15. Actually, I'm lying. I did see it on the bid though, but I was looking for a 15 entry on the ask. Okay, so I missed my opportunity, I guess. I was waiting for my perfect entry there. I wanted 15. All I saw really for the most part was 18. So I missed a good trade there, and it did hit my target of 30. So I already missed a good trade there. Next 5 and 10 minute will open pretty soon, so I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna wait for the pullback. I might just buy his pullback here. I need to redraw my trend lines because this thing just did not save them. Could buy the dip. I could buy it in anticipation for this next 10 and 5 minute candle, but the way it's rejecting here all the way back below VWAP, like, come on, dude. This needed to finish high here. It's okay, so that's kind of weird. Flush all the way back down just to pop all the way back up. I mean, at least we have a pop here, and I don't really know where my new target would be. I mean, it'd be the high of this last candle, so 33. High of this candle is also 44, so it'd have to be 33 and 44. 44 is quite a bit away, but let's see if I can get it on a micro pullback on this candle. We'll take small size to start. My keys, I forgot about my G keys, Jesus. I swear if I miss this trade. All the way back down to 15. So I guess it's a good thing it didn't take it yet. Take a starter here at 15 though. Off the low, so we'll take a start at 15, pull back to VWAP exactly. See if this can pop back up here. Nah, I'm gonna have to hit the bid on this one. Try and sell it, get rid of it, break even at 15. So, dude, this one's just, that's so annoying. So 3 different times the dips were bought up, and then just so happens on this candle it's not bought up at all. Like, that's so weird. It's bought up here, it's bought up here, it's bought up here, and then on this candle it's not bought up at all. Kind of a weird, annoying stock, I'd say. It's really hard to understand, I guess. I'm not really sure what's going on. Break even trade at least. I didn't sell for well, I did sell for a lot. It's $10 in commission, but huge seller stack there. See, like, where's that volume at? Like, there was a huge 200,000 shares seller right there, and then all of a sudden they're gone in one little green push. Like, I don't understand. Where's that volume? That's so weird. It's forming a symmetrical triangle on its 5, and now we're seeing the push finally. So let's see. I can take another entry here as a reattempt. I don't see a particular pattern, but I do like its 5-minute high attempt. So could have got in there. I don't want to get in there yet. Double top there. In at 25. See if we get that 33 high break. It's 33 again, not quite. Trying to sell it at 37. Canceling. Selling it at 33 now. Well, Jesus. So that was a good trade. But I was trying to sell it at 37, wasn't filled, canceled it, sold at 35. So about 2 cents off there. Kind of sucks. Next 5 minutes gonna open here pretty soon, so we'll wait for this next 5 minute. Give it some time to pull back. So we have, it's kind of a flag. I just got in a candle too early again, I would say. So we have a flag here in a way, and then the pullback, and here's another flag here. So 44 is the high of this last 10 minutes. See if it breaks it. Hit 43 there for a second. So 44, there's 45, broke by 1 cent, 2 cents. And now I'm expecting a rejection with it. I'm not gonna expect much movement, so broke its last high by 1 cent as well, 47. Next 5 minutes gonna open here. We can buy this dip on a pullback entry, but it's already been so extended right here. It's kind of making me a little nervous wanting to buy this dip. So we could buy it here at 35. That's not getting bought up at all right now. We'll readjust our lines here. That rejection. Let's see if we see this flush below view up here. That'd be pretty interesting. 5 minute finished crazy low. So like I said yesterday, the dip buys are becoming a lot more difficult to trade now. Scalps are kind of working. Like I said, this one was pretty much a scalp, going for its last 5 minute high break, which we got, and I sold, above it. And then this was a dip buy. Bought the dip, and the dip just didn't work out for me. I was literally in a candle too early before this big rip here. I didn't have much confidence in it, and I didn't want to keep holding for it to break its low there, so I just got out of it. But that's kind of unfortunate because that was actually a really nice move. But I didn't notice the flag that was forming. I kind of noticed something was forming here. I just didn't really know what it was. It's really hard to tell or make out, but I mean, you get this massive pullback, you kind of get this wedge coming up, and then you get it retesting the VWAP, and then you get the rip. So that's why I took an entry here on this one when I saw I was going to start ripping. Okay, let's check on SDLG. SDLG's 10 minute doesn't look bad. If it can finish pretty high, its 10 minute does not look bad. I'm gonna wait for its next 5 minute though. We do kind of have this ascending support here in a way. Chart a little lower. Let's see if it breaks this ascending support line. I mean, it's basically already broken if I'm being honest, but 1 minute MACD needs to cross here. Okay, so if this finishes above VWAP, I'll be buying in for the break of this 5 minute high here. If it finishes above VWAP, because it's now showing that it's holding the support line. It's not showing enough strength above VWAP right now, though. It's kind of just flagging or wedging on the 1 minute, like a bear flag. So if I do take this trade, it could be a potential loser. And there's the break lowers, so that's kind of it for this one too, with me at least. TKLF. We were watching this one. This is Jesus. There's a long sideways formation here. If we can break that 66 seller, then that wouldn't look too bad. Buying in there at 66. See if we can break that 70 guy. Taking a small share size though. I just took a really small share size. Huge sellers at 70. Going for a retest here. There it is. Breaking 70, 71. Can we break 71? Trying to sell there at 71, not quite. We're gonna get a massive rejection with it. I'm curious. Yes, we are, and I'm probably gonna have to stop out here for a loss. I could buy the dip, but I'll wait it out. Let's see, it's gonna break its low. I took a very small share size, so I could just keep adding into it. I do like its 5 and 10 minute. It does have some strength to it. Buying in there, well, didn't get filled on my ad. I'd seen the seller adding up there in 62. So we have a failed test of 70. I tried to get out, or I tried to get out there, but wasn't filled. 65. Can we get 66, 67? Start climbing here. 66. And then the seller's just stacking up. I'm gonna be patient here, just wait it out. 67. Next 1 minute's gonna open here. All we needed was that 71 seller to break, and then we're pretty much free. 68. It's struggling too much. I'm gonna sell with a break-even trade if I can. Yeah, I'm getting a little impatient. I just hope for a small loss there at 60. A 7-cent loss. It wasn't actually at 60, it was at 62. So 5-cent loss. I was getting a little impatient with it already because it's just not breaking. It had a good attempt there at 70, and I knew I should have tried to get rid of it, which it did at 71, but that was not worth the trade. In at 67 out of 71, it's 4 cents, and I couldn't even get filled on that. Instead, I took a massive 5-cent loss. So risking really 5 cents or more to make 4 cents, like, no. I honestly thought if it broke 71, then we had room up to 77. That's what my target would have been, was about 77. But it would have been 10 cents, and 67 out of 67 is what I was thinking, but nah, this one's just not doing it. TBLT. SDLG. Okay, SDLG, I like this one. Never mind. I did like this one, but dude, this one's just so annoying. What's going on with PGY here? Huge spread, so it definitely takes small share size. But that's, if this trade just does not work out, then that's it for me for today. Like, for real. 65. I don't want to buy so high though. If I do buy big bid there at 50, I wanted to take that, but all I see is 65 on the ask. 56 sellers. Yikes. In at 60. So in really high there, we're gonna have to sell for a loss. Most likely is 50. Selling at 51 for a loss. So I bought in really high on that one. If it rips here without me, oh well. I was expecting that to pop up there. That's so weird. So that's 62, but 64. Nah, scalps on this are trash. We already tried to trade this one some time ago, but that's the same thing that happened last time. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna mess with that stock. I already learned my lesson the first time. So in at 60 out of 51, and that probably put me red today. TBLT, SDLG. Yeah, today's gonna have a slow, trashy day. So not a big loss if I have one. At least I don't think. I shouldn't be down bad. But if anything, it would be due to commission. There's $30 in commission there on 3 separate losing trades. So cut them as fast as I could. TKLF is finally breaking that 71 level. We have a huge seller at 79, 78. Like, this one's just so annoying. This is one where I'd have to size up with big size just to trade it, just because I'm literally scalping for a couple cents at a time here. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. So down $33. 42 of commission. Sheesh. So not a big loss. PGY is the one that really crushed it there. I was up, not by much, but I got crushed on PGY here. Like how choppy it is. Like, it's coming up for retest, and then it's just pulling back massively. Like, once it's close to its scalp level, it's just pulling back. That's really annoying. I could try for another attempt here. Like, look at the daily. I can't even see what the daily looks like. Jesus, man. This chart suck. I say I can get in here at 53. I'm not feeling it on the stock though. I'm honestly feeling a rejection. It's 60, 64. Couldn't break its last high. Double top there at 64. Back down to 42. Yeah, the way everything's rejecting here, so TKLF couldn't even hold its high. SDIG, this thing's just been like sideways this whole time. TBLT, you know, this thing rejected massively up there. Had a good trade on it, but rejected massively, so not even worth it. Let's see, we got CNR. Don't even know why this is hitting my scans. I don't know, this stock, INKA. This is all glitched out. I don't even know why this is on my scans either. SBTX, RDBX. Like, everything's just so choppy selling off. Let's check the overall SPY. Sideways. Let's check on Meta. Sideways. So nothing looks good to me today. Nothing looks good at all. And I think that's it for me. I'm going to call it here. Slow Friday. Was green. I should have just stopped trading, but sucks. I was up 50 there on TBLT, but $20 in commissions. Two trades cost me $20. And then TKLF, this one just didn't work out. Stopped out relatively quick, but not quick enough. Still took a small loss. But like I said, I only took a 300 share size position, even on PGY. Once I had a little cushion, I said, okay, I'm gonna use that little cushion and use 300 shares. So really, I was up. It was not a lot or anything, but now I just finished down because I decided I decided to take 2 more trades at the end there. But again, I cut my losses quick. PGY just wasn't working out for me. Oh well. And I decided to take the loss right away. I bought in really high because I thought it was going to be a surge and a rip, kind of like what it's doing here. I wanted to see that surge and rip, but I obviously didn't get that on my candle. I like the way it was holding support and forming a symmetrical triangle here on the 1 minute. So I decided, let me get in here for the break. Obviously couldn't break the high, so I had to sell for a loss there. But look at it now, it's breaking 8, no problem. Not even really rejecting, it's still at 8 for the most part. We're not seeing a flush or anything. That was a really nice trade if anybody took it there. Just kind of sucks it took all those candles of sideways consolidation to go. Like, it's kind of hard to tell where do I even get in, because you could have thought it was on this candle here. You're like, oh, it's gonna do it. You get in, false break, and then pulls back again, and then get in. Like, you don't really know which one. So that's what kind of sucks, especially because the volume's decreasing so much here. Like, okay. So that was a nice move there, all the way back to 50. For some reason, I don't trust it though. Like, I don't even want to trade it. I do like the move that it's making though. Like, I was watching, or I've been watching it. I'm recording it still so that I can have it as a trade to practice on, to recap on. But just knowing how choppy it was when I was trying to trade it and how choppy it was the other day, that's where I was just like, okay, I don't know if I really want to trade it. For whatever reason, this stock is not hitting my scans. Like, it's not hitting my scans at all. If it wasn't for my surging scan here, I wouldn't have even seen the stock. It's not hitting my main momentum scanner though. That's kind of annoying. Doesn't hit it once. So at this point, this one's really extended already. I would just wait for a pullback. I'm gonna keep recording so that we can make sure to see this move later and practice trading on it. It's too bad I can't see the daily. I mean, I would really like to see what the daily looks like. So we're seeing some more sideways consolidation here. Now here's a break of 9, not quite. Next 5 minute will open, so there is the break of 9 now. But couldn't hold above it too long, and now it's, Jesus, literally doing everything that I'm saying. Like everything opposite of what I'm saying, I mean. Let's see if it gets halted, not quite. At this point though, I'd be so nervous trading it up here because it's so close um, to a false break. Like this thing could just fail massively here. I'm just waiting for that flush because we're getting really extended now. 5 minute double top there, didn't quite break. So that would have been a nice place to buy there on a dip. I would have bought that dip there. All the way back to 905. That would have been a really nice trade. That came all the way down to what? What was the low of this candle? 74, yeah. That would have been a really nice trade there. Sold at 9 or 905. That would have been nice. So look at that break. That's nice. 40, almost 50 there. That's 60. Really nice surge there. So PGY was the stock. Again, hasn't hit my scans not once. It's just on my surge scan. It's a good thing I looked at it too. I was like, like PGY did hit my surge scan. Or it's been on there, but I was just like, I don't really pay attention to that one because most of the times the stocks aren't like really worth paying attention to. But this time I decided let me tune in, and yeah, this is a really good stock to watch today. But again, I told myself I'm done after that last trade on PGY. Once I took that trade, I'm done. So I mean, I lost on it, and that's kind of it. I'm just done. So that's why I'm not trading any of this stuff in between here. I could have, like, it would have been a really nice trade to buy the dip here, and I for sure would have bought that dip. I wanted to. I didn't even have my hands on the trigger, but I wanted to buy that. Even this move here, this is a really clean move. So after it sideways consolidated there, you could have definitely bought in here for that big rip. So I didn't expect it to go all the way close to 9 though, but that was a massive break of 8 all the way to 860, 870. And now we're getting extremely extended. I would basically just think this next 10 minutes gonna break its high here. Maybe a rip through 10, but I don't think so. I think it might touch 10 and then come back down. But it would be for the 10-minute high break. That's what I'd be going for at this point. See if we get a false break on this candle and then a rip on the next one. So if it dips here, I'll buy it. But again, 33.84 is what I'm really down. So if it dips here, I'll buy it in anticipation for this next 10-minute high to break. Low of this candle's what? 25. There's 70. Yeah, so I guess that was a time to buy in when it was in the 50s there. I got in so late there. I was trying to get in at 73 right there for a second. So test trade already failing on me. Adding there at 70, I guess. See that we get that 71 break. Ooh, now it's looking really bad for me. So massive rejection here. Not quite the break that I was looking for. So I wouldn't be holding this long. Adding there would have been iffy. After I'd seen it was having a hard time at 71, I wouldn't have added there. I would have waited for the second dip, which is the one that just happened before I added. But see if we can see this back above 10 or back above 970, whatever, and get above 10. So come back down to 50. We'll wait again to add. 53 on the bid. So we're getting a little push here to 65. It's 53 again, so we get the break of 53. It's too bad that ask doesn't move though. So there's 75 for a second. Having a little hard time breaking. My goal would be 10, and this would be a very quick sell. I don't even know where my average is, if I'm being honest. Next 1 minute opens here. Be a quick sell. Unless it breaks this 1 minute low, which looks like it's gonna do here. Support at 55. Let's see. Needs to hold 55, coming back down to 57. Nope. Oh, I couldn't even sell it to try and get rid of it. See if we have a bounce here. 61, 64. 75. So here's a unexpected rip. Try to sell at 69, I guess. Get rid of a small loss. Unexpected push there. Just on a bad fill too. Like I said, I didn't even want to get filled where I got filled. Wherever that was. See if I can get in on a micro pullback again. It's just gonna take off without me this time. That would kind of suck. Because I think I said I wanted to get filled at 63. But I actually got filled at 70 whatever. It's just too fast of a stock. We'll come in again for another retest. We'll see what we can do here. So I'll take a starter there. I don't even know where I'm in at this time. Huge seller. So now I kind of regret taking that entry. I'm in at literally 73 is where the exact where this seller's at. So that kind of sucks. So whatever. We'll just take the loss on it. I'll stop out there at 56. And that's kind of it. So again, those are 2 test trades. Just not getting the break that I'm looking for above 10. I'm sure it's going to do it right here. 70 will get in there. Let's see that last quick 1 second pop to 70. I didn't want to miss it here. So here's 69. I just want to see where this rip's going to be, which I probably shouldn't be doing this because when I go back and watch the recap, it's going to be hard to tell exactly where I'm in at. 71. Can we see 72, 75? Nope. 71. It's extremely choppy in this range. I still think it is going to break, but I'm expecting a massive false break. Like once it rips, I'm expecting a an immediate rejection. It's starting to curl back down here though. It's like rounding out at the top here. So there's 53, it's 47 now, back down, there's 20. So nasty rejection there. And the dips are not getting bought up here. Popped at 37, all the way back down to 25. So there's a break. So that 10 minute just isn't looking good. So that 10 minutes, I mean, if it does break, it's gonna be quite a while before we see this thing break, I think now. But okay, we'll wrap it up here. So really down just $33 and 80 something cents. These are just attempts to break 10. Obviously couldn't do it. But like now I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I should be taking these test trades at the end. I mean, they're fine, I guess, but the problem is when I go back and practice, I can't see like the chart. Like for example, all this stuff's covering it here. I can't really see the chart because I'm so zoomed out, so it just looks like a stick, and I don't know where it's at. The blue's covering it. I could take these things off, but I'd rather just keep them on. So, plus at the same time, you know, on a trade like this, I'm kind of just testing it because it's our fourth leg up. I wouldn't be trading it back here at this point. I'd have to wait for an actual good pullback, and it's so extended, I wouldn't trade it, you know, for the break of 10. Could it have broke 10? Maybe, but I wasn't expecting it to break 10 like immediately or anything, just because the way it's been consolidating 2 separate times back here, and it's had a slow climb up here. So we have our first leg up and then consolidation. Second leg up, sideways consolidation, which I should have known off this consolidation that, you know, off of this consolidation, I mean, that it was going to pull back even longer here. I should have known that, just the way that it pulled back the first time. So second consolidation, then a massive rip all the way up, and then we have the third consolidation, and now we have this weird spike up here. There's 990 now. So now it's breaking highs, and there's 1040. That's such a weird bounce. I wasn't even paying attention, so I can't even understand why that happened. It's so interesting. I'm not sure why it just ripped like that. So buying the dips on PGY is just not worth it because it's not even getting bought up right away. It's taking a little bit. Some dips are working though, I'm lying, because there was that dip that I wanted to buy back here somewhere that would have worked out perfectly. It was actually on this one. I think it was on this candle. That would have worked out perfectly. So now we have this rounded out pullback, which is a kind of weird pullback, and then we see this massive rip with it. So I traded it all on its pullback at the worst time possible. But I mean, it's whatever. I was going for the break of 10, and then obviously it just didn't do it. But I'm not gonna count those trades. I'm just gonna count my $33 loss. Because like I said, I most likely wouldn't have traded it here. If anything, I would have taken one trade here. But I most likely wouldn't have taken it for the break at 10 just because it was so extended and I would need a proper pullback. And how choppy it was, just watching it, just choppy, like, eh. But I definitely do want to get this on the recording here so we can go back and practice. So like that, we get the break of 50 there. And we see a break of 60 though. It's 59. Double top. There's the break. 10-cent break. 20-cent break. Almost hit the halt level there. Halt level moved up. At this point, you'd really need a pullback. I'd probably want to short it up here. If we get the 5-minute high break, I'd want to short it. Because it's the 5 and 10-minute high break. It opened high, extremely high, and not too much of a pullback here. And after a massive climb like that, I would be shorting it. So if I was shorting it where I said I was, it would have been pretty profitable already. But I would still prefer to see it break its 5 and 10-minute high before I really take an entry. Just because, I mean, it needs to break that high. If not, it's just going to reverse. It's just going to be a pullback trade at this point, and I'm just shorting a pullback. So wow, look at that trade. If I did take a short up there, that would have worked out perfectly, but again, it would be basically trading a pullback here. Buying in there at 30 for a dip buy. See if this works. See if we get a push back up to 50. That'd be cool, but not really sure if it's going to work out here. It could just, because of 1 minute MACD's crossing, it could just break lower on me. But I feel like I got in at a pretty good low. So that's 35. Can we see this push back up to 40 and then 50? There's 50. Quick snap to 50 there. Spreads are massive on this one. Let's see, can we get the break of 50 once more? It's 41. Selling there at 50. Well, we'll cancel it up. See if we can try it again. It's 48. Can we get a push to 49 and 50? The spreads are insane. It's 50 by 30 per second. That's crazy, man. It is flagging here on the 1 minute, so I should just probably get rid of it. So far my trade would have worked out perfectly. I mean, it did dip down about 10 cents on the bid, but it would have worked out perfectly if I would have just sold it already at 49 or got rid of it in the 40s somewhere. Like here, I could still get rid of it. I want to see if it's going to break 50 though. That'd be cool. But like, I would have gotten rid of it already. Just because of how choppy it is. I just want to see that rip through 50 if we even get it. We probably won't get it. If anything, it's going to be a choppy break, and I'm going to have to sell quick. So we'll see. Let's see if it wants to do it. If not, it's like I said, it was flagging on the 1 minute, so it might not break. It's probably just going to break lower. If it doesn't want to do it here, at least. But if it does break 50, we could go for this high here, which is 81. Which, I mean, I wouldn't even mind holding that high. So it's coming down, broke its 1 minute low. See if it pops back up here though. So back to 40. So it broke its 1 minute low, but now it's back to 40. So now I guess we're gonna get crushed on this one. This one's just gonna reject. I guess we're not gonna get that. I guess that pop to 49 was the time to sell. Pop to 50, I mean. Because right now it's just flagging on the 1 minute, not looking so hot to the high side anymore. The amount of choppiness it has, decreasing volume. It's not looking the best to the high side, so should just get rid of it here. There's 40, 45, there's 50. Can we get the break? It's 60 now. Remember, my target was about 80. Sold it there at 90, whatever. So that nice false break there. So a bit of a choppy stock, filled at 29, and then got out here at 82. So just when I was losing confidence, losing hope in it, it has this massive rip. We get that break of the 5 and 10 minute high, and now let's see if we get a massive rejection with it. So again, I said I would be shorting it if it broke the highs. So far, I mean, it would have worked out perfectly. Highs 99. So if we get the break at 10, I think this thing's for sure gone. And we'll see it come all the way back down to 975, and then from 975 it has room down to 9. So it did hit 1099 there, and now it's popping up a little bit to 60 on the ask. It's coming back up a little higher here, almost 70, but it did come all the way back down to like 1020. So if I was short on this, it would have worked out perfectly. But that took a long time for this trade to work itself out. That's another sideways consolidation that took quite a while to work itself out. Wasn't breaking higher, wasn't breaking lower, wasn't breaking higher. And I sold at a relatively good time. I said, if it breaks 1050, I might as well go for this high here, a high of the 5 and 10 minute, which is 1080. And that's exactly what I did. So really nice trade from 1030 all the way to 1080. So that was about a 53-cent trade there, if I'm being honest. That was a nice trade. I did like that trade. I watched it carefully, held really long, longer than I normally would. I was expecting it to break lower here just because it was having such a hard time, low volume, but I had remembered what happened here on this surge, decreasing volume, and then boom, a massive rip. So decreasing, and then I kind of felt like, okay, it's forming a triangle here on the volume side. It's forming like kind of like a flag here as well on the 1 minute. So I was like, well, I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. If it rejects on me, it rejects on me. But otherwise, like, this thing can really rip. So that's why I said halfway in, I was like, well, I might as well go for the break of 1050, but also the break of its last high here, which is 1081. So I sold literally at 1 cent above that when I could have sold 1090 somewhere. But that was a nice little trade there. Again, I'm not gonna count it to my P&L or anything. Just gonna finish down $33.80 something cents. So with that, we're gonna finally wrap it up here. It's slowing down. I really need to go. It's 10:30, but I'm glad to have gotten this whole recording in so that way I can go ahead and make some more practice trades. I guess after hours here, whenever I get home and on the weekends, make some more practice trades. So with that being said, I'll see you all next week. I hope you all had great trades this entire week. For me, it's a red week, a red month, really red month for me. But I think we're learning slowly, getting more, time in the market. I think more time the better. So I'll go ahead and see you all next week. Hope you have a good weekend, and we'll continue trading Monday.